Hi everyone, it's Cherry Enchantress. I'm here with another pick a card reading and weekly love message from your person. So last week, in the past 2 weeks actually, I've used these Disney couples and I'm kind of running out. I actually saw the image of a Mulan and a Li Shang, but I just can't seem to find the little heart image one of them so that I can print it out. These are by the artist Anno, and anime versions of the different couples here. But we do have Snow White, we have Belle, and Cinderella. So you're welcome to choose by your princess or your prince, or you can, or whether they're princess. I think they're all princesses, right? Is Belle a princess? Yeah, after marriage, Belle is a princess. Cinderella after marriage. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's just go ahead and make our choices. You can choose by number, you can choose by timestamps, or you can choose by any other method, like which one feels the hottest. Now let's do the breathing technique. So take a deep breath in, close your eyes, release your breath. Now open your eyes and let them drift to the marker that is calling you for messages. Let's begin. Here's pile number 1 with Snow White and Prince Charming. I had thought about using this one that I made for a client with her and her twin flame, but yeah, I just figured I should probably stick to the Disney characters. And next week I'm going to try something a little bit different according to the Disney. But let's go ahead and get some messages going. I'm going to do something a little bit different, throw in some timing on this one with the angel answers. So I'm going to do it in a 3-part version like Radley suggests. First we're going to go yes or no. Think of your question, yes or no. Think of it in the affirmative, and don't use like don'ts and nots or double negatives. Just be real pure with your question in your mind. Let's see what your answer is. Okay, and you've got there's something better. Now, no need to worry about that. That could be having something not to do with the person necessarily, but it could do with timing. So let's see what the timing is here. It's going to be a 3-part message, and then we'll see what it means put together with everything else, with the big picture too. That's sometimes what happens if you go with the first little picture, little piece of information. Sometimes you're getting, you're reacting to something that's okay. A year from now, something better is going to happen. Well, that's a long time to wait, but I feel like it doesn't necessarily have to mean a waiting for a person necessarily. It could just mean whatever you guys are going through now, you're gonna laugh next year when things are going to be so much different. And let's see, what are things going to be like next year? Well, let's just see what things are going to be like in general. Okay, you're going to get more information about the situation. Don't worry. As time goes, so this is kind of like spirits just saying, there's not a whole lot we want to tell you right now, because we don't want to we don't want to put that thought in your head where you build up expectations. But we do want you to know nothing to worry about, because promise you, a year from now, you're just going to laugh at this whole situation that you're going through and realize it was nothing to worry about. Okay, so whatever it is, don't worry. No, I'm not, I don't want you to start thinking, oh no, there's going to be somebody else and what's going on. these readings are in part, you know, to give you some reassurance, but this is also in part to let you know. So what I'm saying is, it's not just about, you know, predicting your future. It's also knowing things are going to be okay. Like it's messages from your person. It's a knowing things are going to be fine, but there's some details of this that you can't know just yet, okay? Anyway, so let's just get more general ideas of what's going on here. Here we go. Let's look at the romantic fairy. What does the more romantic fairy have to say? Okay, what do you got here? Ooh, tease. Okay, well, I think Spirit's trying to tease you. The energy is fun and lighthearted, but uncertain. So maybe you're feeling a little bit uncertain about things developing right now, but Spirit is trying to tell you, hey, don't worry. We know something that you don't know, but we can't tell you. That's not nice. That's also a tease, right? All right, well, let's see what the Faery Forecast has to say. Come on, Spirit. I'm going to be out of business if you guys can't tell my people, my sparkles out there, any information. Okay, so let's kind of get a weather report. What do we see happening in the future? So much of this has to do with free will, right? Manifestation. So many parts to the puzzle. The future's always changing and moving. Shall I take this one? Ooh, have faith. There you go. Faith is the first step. Faith, trust, and pixie dust to manifesting your dreams. So let go of the how and just realize, with a little faith, you can do wonders. I think this is about starting this process, and maybe it means starting the process over again. If you've been here, been there, done that, say, yeah, I did have faith and I was manifesting and then nothing happened. Well, there's no like time frame on this. If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. But you don't need to have sort of an anxiety attached to it. You're supposed to treat this really loose and free and gently, in a kind of way that you're accepting, but you know, you're acting as if you already have it, and you're appreciating things that you already have. If you forget those steps and you're constantly striving for something that's out there, it's gonna constantly be out there, right? All right, well, let's do some tarot and see what your situation is. What's got you such in a tither here? Okay, oh wow, yeah, so there might have been some kind of loss or upset between you, some kind of I don't know if there's a breakup necessarily, but whatever it is, there's pain between the two of you. You're facing this together, though. On the bright side, if there's a bright side to Ten of Swords, is you're both wounded, you're both healing, you're both working on things. Okay, so it's not a one-sided thing. Honestly, your person cares about you equally as you care about them, but you also equally have a lot that you have to heal. Then we've got the Ace of Swords, which is great because this is the new beginning. This is starting fresh. This is also like a clarity and things coming to light. You know, this is victory, epiphany, you know, illumination and justice. This is the correct intention too. Like the right idea is going to come about, the right motivation or the right direction. Let's see what else. Okay, so you got the High Priestess. Use your intuition. I guess we'll stick with just 3 cards. The High Priestess is, I think maybe this is just saying this is where you need to go. Again, maybe you were in your intuition and you're feeling good and something happened and things went skewed, but just keep having trust. Okay, so you have faith here and now you have trust with the High Priestess. She's the keeper of secrets. This is lunar magic, so use that moon and your power. You know, the full moons and the new moons for the new moons for the beginnings, the full moons for the culminations. And like, I don't know about you, but I discovered that I was born on a waning crescent moon. So use your birth moon too as your power. It's time to have a little bit of reflection and fine tune those psychic forces, your divination tools, because that's feels like what's coming back here. Sometimes we are put in a position of non-communication, of verbal, physical, 3D non-communication, to hone in and fine-tune our mental communication, our telepathy. Okay, so maybe that's what you're meant to do right now. So, well, that's why we're here to do these kinds of readings, because sometimes when we can't get an actual verbal acknowledgement, we can see what the tarot says through spirit. So let's start with some messages now. We've got, here's the masculine. I always call the beige ones the masculine, but you can decide what you want each to represent. Here we go. Okay. All right, so you have, I can't count the times I almost said what was on my mind. There's a lot going on here that they can't say out loud. This is the pile of not being able to express what's going on, both from spirit too, and from your person. But the important thing here is just to know that there's intention, right? Sometimes intention helps, at least to assuage the sore, right? I want the whole world to know that I'm with you. See, there's an intention, there's a desire. What else? So, call me, please. I really need to hear from you. You and I will always meet somewhere in between. Do you forgive me? Thank you for being patient. Thank you for loving me. When I look into your eyes, I get lost in you. All right, so a bunch came out just at the last minute, and that's kind of how it is, you know, when spirit's feeling safe, the masculine's feeling safe, or the feminine, and knows that they can express themselves in this kind of form, and sometimes they just shoot out a whole bunch. Let's see what the feminine has to say, or the alternate side. Or this just could be more of the masculine, or more of the feminine. Just however you want to see it. All right, so we've got, I need your body, I miss your touch. I only want to be with you. Where are you? You freed me. Then we got a train going on outside. Some movement coming soon into the situation, where right now it feels a little stagnant, maybe a little stiff. Let's see, what is your person feeling right now? How do they feel? How does your person feel? How does your person feel? How does your person feel? Oh, not that much. One at a time. joyful. Feeling lighthearted when I'm with you. Oh, a theater exercise that we did when I was in school is take any sentence and change the emphasis. And I saw a TikTok guy do it. He did it expertly. So I'm gonna do it with joyful. Okay, ready? Feeling lighthearted when I'm with you. 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 The first time I said it, I emphasized the you because that just came into my head. But definitely the emphasis can mean different things, you know? Like the emphasis on lighthearted, or the when, like when I'm not with you, I feel maybe he feels something else or she feels something else. Okay, let's see what else they're feeling. Usually and here's an interesting thing, like when you're busy DMing and texting people and you're typing things and they read it a certain way, they might not read it the way you intended. So be helpful if you're creative. I'm saying guys, but guys and girls, if you want to emphasize a word, I would put it in caps. That way that helps the intention of the sentence. All these little clues. But I swear, sometimes miscommunication can throw a whole relationship off just because of misinterpretations, right? Stimulated. You are so hot. You turn me on. You turn me on. You turn me on. You dropped a bomb on me, baby. All right, let's see what else. So they like you. All right, they're working up courage. That's very encouraging for me too, to know that they have to be bold and they're working up the courage. So things are kind of hush hush right now because it's busy, but they're busy being working up the courage. This could also work for those crushes out there. You know, you got your eye on somebody. Does he like me? Or maybe he likes you and he's working up the courage, or she likes you. Let's see what else they have to say with the Enchanted Embrace. Let's see. Our mental synchronization can have but one explanation. You and I were just meant to be. You make me feel alive. I want to grow old with you. How wonderful life is. Now you're in the world. All right, so that's nice. So it seems, that part seems happy. Like something must have happened. But maybe the events will change and progress. And by this time next year, you'll be laughing at how you were even sad for just a second. You know, maybe you'll laugh at this moment. I don't know, but maybe you will. Maybe you'll say, oh, you know, I feel like sometimes that happens, like with twin flame couples. If you're like happy in the 5D together and you're looking down at your 3D selves just shaking your head like, are they ever gonna figure this out? So yeah, let's see what personality traits we're working with here. We're gonna use some cherry on top cards. Let's see, characteristic cards. Maybe you can get an idea who I'm talking about. I was thinking of a whole bunch of traits that didn't make it in this deck. And like, oh man, I should have did that. I should have done that. So you got generous, hard worker, free. There you go. Those are good ones. Especially free. Like, what if you're in a situation where your person's just not free to leave, to be with you, to move, to change jobs or locations, or still stuck because of lockdown, wherever they are, in whatever country they are, for the pandemic, whatever it is, just realize there is going to be a moment where everybody becomes free to do what they want to do and be with who they want to be with. All right, so let's see what the charms have to say. I got it. It makes me think of some private readings that I got to get to. Help people with their with that question of freedom. So don't worry about it too much. No need to worry. Use that High Priestess intuition. You'll be fine. Spirit's teasing you. But there's some interesting stuff developing here behind the scenes. You'll see. All right. Let's see what the charms have to say. Okay. Look, I see Jasmine. Jasmine's in her tower. Maybe she's waiting to be free. You got some intelligent communication coming up, so that's good news. You will be talking again. And you have I like this little guy. It makes me think of the Tin Man. This, maybe on the surface appears like stiff and not lovable, but there's so much love inside that little box. This person that might seem not very affectionate, very practical, very quiet, actually is more loving than you can ever imagine. We've got the butterfly of transformation here. You got color and hug and love. It's like, makes me think of the colors of the wind. You have grace. You have the Kundalini snake. Now, the snake can represent sexual matters or chakra alignment, rippling up your spine, but it could also be shedding of things. With the butterfly here too, transformation, shedding of skin, shedding of the old to bring in the new could be what's happening. The top hat may be referring to a date coming up. Oh, and I love this one. This is my Girl Scout one. So this one sometimes makes me tear up. So when I see this, I think of the oath, and you guys might have certain oaths, it could be any kind of vow that you've taken or anything that you've promised yourself that you intend to do, or could represent even soul contracts. But the Girl Scout, or just your attitude towards life and people, the Girl Scout oath is or vow is, on my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout code. Or vow, right? Is it code or a vow? I can't remember. Anyways. And, I when I saw this, that's the first thing that my sister gave this to me, and I was a Girl Scout, and she and her daughter are Girl Scouts, and it just made me think of that. And me and my mom, we were, my mom went camping and we did stuff together. So here we have spin. So there could be like a frozen period happening right now. Some of you have already faced some thaws, due to weather and whatnot. But some of you still might have these kind of winter feelings, still holding on to your situation somehow. But soon enough, things will get better. And yeah, you've got the fairy. I feel like this is like dreams are going to give you messages, and so will fairies. And fairies are your guides as well. So follow the fairies and see what they have to say. Just reach out to them through oracles for nature or however else. All right, well, I hope you like that. Thumbs up if you like that. Big hugs to my subscribers, and hello visitors. If you're visitors, feel free to push the subscription button and the bell for notifications. And I do this weekly. There's a whole lot of different readings that I plan to do. I get very busy with private readings, but if you need a private reading, you can reach out to me. Just check the email address at the bottom of the list of links right there, and yeah, we'll set up a private reading. You could do something just like this if you want, just messages from your person. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next pile, and at the end of the video I will shout out all my members too, and if you want to become a member, just hit the join button. All right, moving on to the next. So Beauty and the Beast is back, and it's just, well, they were just the winners of the third spot this time. All right, so I'm going to use, I'm going to do something a little different, do a little bit of timing, and first we're going to ask yes or no using Radley Valentine's deck, and he suggests doing it this way in segments, kind of like if they each had a suit, you know. So let's just ask yes or no. Yes or no, just in your mind, think of a question in the positive, in the affirmative, and keep it very simple. Don't think of no, don'ts or nots or words like that. Just keep very simple question in your mind. And then we'll try to see what the big picture is here for you guys. Okay, you have reconsider. Now, on its own, reconsider doesn't have to be anything. You maybe you're thinking somebody has certain feelings, and maybe you have to think about it differently, you know. Let's get some timing to figure out when maybe there's some action you're trying to do, but Spirit's suggesting you reconsider for a different time. So let's see what else comes up for timing. What Spirit, let us know when's a good time to do, or whatever we need to know about in pile number 2, Beauty and the Beast. Before the last rose petal falls, I know for sure. Otherwise, we'll be in trouble here. Wonder if they weren't able to say "I love you" before the last petal fell. Okay, so reconsider. Just wait. Reconsider. I stumbled upon an old video of mine that was it was a really good one. I recommend it. Anyway, it was a timing video using this method of the yes or no, the timing, and then the what else. And it was pretty interesting. It came out yes, like bold yes, but then it said wait. So I feel like in this case there's something you're thinking of doing, so reconsider. If you know, it could be anything. Let's see what the third message is, and we'll get more idea of what we're talking about here. So what should we reconsider, and what do we need to wait about here in pile number 2? I mean, some of you might be thinking, okay, there's an opportunity coming. Some of you might be thinking, maybe I should move on with my life, or maybe I should take that job, or maybe I should go in that direction, or maybe I should date that person, or whatever it is. Think about how this might apply to your question and your situation. But The opportunity, I think, in a general sense, is a good energy. No matter what you do, just see yourself being rained on with golden goodness and abundance, okay? If you act as if you already have everything that you desire, then you don't have to worry about the timing at all, you know? So maybe reconsider those doubts and the lack mentality. You know, wait before you react to your negative thoughts or feelings, because your opportunity is just here. It's like you're about to get a rain shower of goodness. All right, let's see what the romantic fairy has to say. And what direction are we headed? Or what's down the road? I feel like the fairy is sort of like a guide that takes you down, your journey. Woo, okay. You've got a healing connection here. We've got a few cards. All right. You got material attachment and forgiveness. Interesting. Very interesting. So I feel like your connection with your person is a healing connection. Your romance is a deep learning experience that will brainstorm, transform your life. But there is the caution here. I think there could be somebody that shouldn't be doing this, you know, being too attached or wrapped up in their material environment. Your love life is also being affected by too much focus on visible trappings, whether it's you or your person. And angels may be trying to talk to your person about this attachment, but we'll see. I feel like because you're in a healing connection, things will definitely work out for the better, because it looks like, oh yeah, see, healing connection creates forgiveness. These are healing waters that are coming. Oh, and it's like a shower. This isn't water in this picture, it's gold, but it showers you like a waterfall. And it's similar to this healing process. It doesn't matter, the metaphor is water, but and washing, but it doesn't matter what the actual substance is, you know. It's like you're going to get this kind of feeling of cleansing wherever you are, whatever you do, and renewal and becoming new again. Okay, so healing connection in this pile. Okay, let's see what, and really it's appropriate for Belle and the Beast to have that healing connection. So let's see what the Faery Forecast has to say. Okay, nice. You got Earth. Earth is great. So the timing here, and we are focusing a little bit on timing, has to do with an Earth situation or Earth people, and healing and water and Earth, and these elements of an opportunity and pentacles and this stability. Earth the timing has to do, could be with a grounded, stable feeling. This card can represent that moment you're feeling good within your environment. You may at least expect to meet someone special, and it can also represent an auspicious time. You could also be dealing with Earth sign or have a strong Earth in your chart, and an earthy outing like camping and other Earth related things, or earthing. Like, I thought about that just today. I was like, oh, I need to go earthing today, like put my feet in the ground, and it's warm outside. I definitely think I'm going to do that after I do this reading, because I woke up a little bit dizzy, and yeah, I need to balance my energy, yeah, and get back into a nice feeling. So I'm gonna do some earthing, and it's very simple. All you have to do is pick a spot, put your feet in on the ground, and just sit there for at least 15 minutes and let the earth heal you. All right, let's see what the tarot has to say. What is this? What is your situation? How are things unfolding here for you guys? All right, nice, very nice. 3 of Pentacles. And here we go with Pentacles and tangible again. I feel like you guys are going to be working together, creating something together. And earlier when I saw the earth, I thought maybe you might work together, but maybe this just means you're going to be working on something together, you know, project of some sort. But together you do create. So there's an interesting, very big difference between material attachments and this kind of codependency with a person or with a thing or with a job. And the difference between that and this kind of beautiful spiritual energy of co-creating, not codependency, but co-creating with spirit and with your divine person, that creates this beautiful third entity, this creation into the world that's unique and special and one of a kind. So that's what you're gonna have. It's coming up for you. Very nice. So I think that's nice. You're transmuting these material attachments into a different kind of material. This abundance, this love, this music, this stability, this forever after, this harmony, the sound that draws you together in a tight-knit way, makes you feel one, you know? That's really nice. So you're going to have this legacy together. Very nice. Very beautiful healing connection. You also have the devil. It's interesting. So very good, because the devil also represents this material, and sometimes the material in out of balance, right? But the material in sexual matters as well, and lust, and sometimes in overindulging. So there's a lot going on here, you know. You just have to be cautious of not overdoing things, but know that there's going to be a beautiful, and there's 3 materials here. There's this beautiful creation, this is like making a masterpiece. Like together you came up with the most beautiful duet, let's say, song. It takes 2 parts, a male voice, a female voice, or let's just say tenor and soprano, okay? And you made this beautiful sound together, but it took 2 parts to really make it beautiful, okay? So that's a tangible creation. That's earth in a spiritual, creative way, okay? Then you have the second kind of earth, tangible, which is this one. I feel like Spirit's saying reconsider this one. This is keeping up with the Joneses, buying lots of stuff, collecting things, showing off, dressing to the nines, trying to look better than everybody else, making your material possessions and surroundings define you. That's what this one is. And to me, that is more devil sometimes than the devil. But the devil can be a third kind. Neither here, to me, it's not the worst one. This one to me is the worst one. You know, like the ego and pride going into belongings, you know. But to me, a devilish nature, a desire, a lust, to me is not quite as bad, because I happen to like that style of devil. But this is about maybe like, you know, every once in a while eating a little bit too much, or having too much to drink, or enjoying, you know, just those sexual encounters full of lust. In a sense, this one is kind of a joie de vivre, a very overly sensual person who just likes to treat their senses, you know, smell the sweetest things, feel the softest things, you know, taste the most delicious foods. It's the senses really being heightened in the devil, okay? This one particular too, because he's holding the grapes, which represents food and hedonism and overindulgence. And so there you have the three, and definitely they all need to be sort of in balance. Well, this one needs to be in balance, but I don't think this one's completely negative. I don't believe the devil is completely negative. I just feel like sometimes you can get out of balance with the devil. This one, material attachments, is actually not such a bad thing either. I mean, we do live with material things. We do take pride, but the imbalance here has to do with the ego and acting superior to others because of your belongings or something, you know, like attaching it to too much ego. Then this one is the one where you don't really, there's not a whole lot of balance to worry about here, except that unless you let it go into ego. But this isn't about ego. This is about spirit. This is about balance. This is the balanced style of materialism, okay? And that is the healing that's going on here. It's finding this beautiful balance between two people and creating something beautiful, sparkly, joyful, glorious, you know, and just working within those parameters. Okay. All right, let's see what the messages are here. This one I got a little carried away. Sorry, but I felt the epiphany of words coming through here, if that makes any sense. Let's see what your messages are from your person. So the beige can represent masculine, but doesn't have to. All right, you've got, you and I will always meet somewhere in between. Call me, please. I really need to hear from you. I want the whole world to know that I'm with you. Oh, you got the airplane. Pile 1 got the train. And I'm starting to see how you are my light. And that was a private plane. It wasn't one of those big ones. All right, let's see what the female message is here. Or just another message, the pink ones. All right, let's see. We've got, where are you? That's how I'm feeling right now. Where are you? All right. I get a little worried. It's not you, it's me. And do you really love me? So little bit of insecurity going on here before this beautiful balancing of material and creation and turning into a family and all of that. Right now it seems there seems to be a bit of an insecurity going on, maybe. Let's see what your person is feeling. Let's see. Oh, ooh, wow. A lot came out. But first of all, certain, without a doubt, you are the one for me, my other half. Will you marry me? You see the 10 of Pentacles, nice and strong here. Then renewed energy. I don't know what's come over me, but I'm feeling so exhilarated and alive. This healing connection is really going to turn into something amazing. Look, you got the twin flame. My one, my life, my other half. Like a great storm, the two of us shake the tree of life down to the hidden fiber of its roots. And a determination. I will find a way to make this right. We will be together. I have a plan. All right, so hang in there. The person's got a plan. And I think the big picture here is marriage eventually. It may not seem like it right now at all, and maybe that's, you know, the feminine's calling out, where are you? What's going on? But, and there's a bit of insecurity and worry, but no need to worry, just like in pile one. No need to worry. All right, let's see now what the Enchanted Embrace has to say. So get some messages from the Enchanted Embrace. You got, ooh, you are my destiny. You are so beautiful to me. Your hair shimmers in the moonlight. I'm not worthy. Sometimes that can be the worst part of the material things of all, that stops the connection, that freezes it, is when somebody goes into that feeling of not worthy, you know? All right, so they need to find their strength, right? Their determination. This is who they really are. They're strong, they're bold, they're determined. They need to, you know, let go of this, the worth issues. So let's see what their personality traits are. You use the cherry on top. What's the cherry on top here? Let's just temp over these. Okay, let's see what we got. We've got Earth Chivalrous. Oh, it's one of my faves. I love chivalrous people. And Earth Generous, yes. And Earth Hard Worker. I like hard worker, but I don't like it when people are, you know, workaholics. Well, any kind of holic is hard. And here's an example where this person could be a workaholic if they take things out of balance, right? You've got Fire, confident. So that's good. The confidence needs to win out over the worth issues. And water loving. Very sweet. Okay, so now sometimes I feel like certainly people's work and jobs give them a sense of pride and makes them feel good, but it could sometimes be in place of feelings of worth, you know, like instead of just finding the true worth within, you define yourself by your work or something like that. So it's important to define yourself not by what you do as in jobs and career, but define yourself by really by your heart, you know, who you are at heart. And that will win every time. Okay, let's try to get these collected correctly so I don't have as much trouble putting them back in their piles. So yeah, where are you? So we're gonna get some charms going. But I feel like I mean, I'm not saying too much more about it because I really feel like I hit all the points, you know. Earth energy is all over this in good ways and in the negative ways, you know. It's good to have a nice, solid, stable thing, but sometimes you don't want to go too out of balance, right? Right. All right. Well, anyway, I'll leave chivalrous on top. Let's see what your charms have to say. Feeling sure? You have this really sweet guardian angel here. So whether you know who your guardian angel is or not, there is somebody very special watching over you. Look at that. I definitely felt Virgo vibes in this pile because of all the earth. And this one in particular kind of makes me think of Queen Sugar. I thought of her when I did this card. So yeah, we've got, oh, and we've got Codsworth. This is what I think of Codsworth and Beauty and the Beast and time. You know, so much in that story in particular has to do with time, like in Cinderella too. You have Shore and China and protection. Sister of the bride could mean some kind of wedding thing coming up, maybe a chance to see what it's like to be the bride, because one day the bride's gonna be you. Then you've got 18, something happening on the 18th. You got the Sun, which is happiness, joy, achievement, success, marriage, all good things. The Sun is very sweet in particular. I love this one. There you go with the Pentacles. Very stable, sturdy situation. Material maybe, but it's a healthy material situation. And there's music here and deep, loving, sweet communication. Beautiful woman, beauty in the way they speak and approach things. And then you have the sewing machine, which I consider creativity and making things, and you know, in production. Sometimes I see the sewing machine as the computer too, like it's not a computer. I don't really have a little computer charm, but to me it represents just creativity of all types. It definitely makes me think of like the 7 or 8 of Pentacles, but it could definitely be a 10 of Pentacles or even a 3 of Pentacles kind of symbol, like a creation, a making of things, you know, of the tangible. And I feel like that's what this pile is all about. There is a stability here. There's a future marriage here. Or maybe you're already married. Or maybe you're married in the 5D. But there's also a creating something together. Something amazing, okay? All right, so I hope you like that. Big hugs to my subscribers. Thumbs up, you guys. Feel free to comment below. Hello, visitors. Please feel free to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. I don't know what's happened, but it looks like, I mean, I just don't know. Ever since I started this channel, even in the early days, my numbers would go up, you know, 10 here, 10 there, little by little, but it was going up, you know. I've never had like 3 months maybe of just downward spikes. I'm like, what's going on, you know? So I don't feel like it's you guys. You guys are here for me. You're watching this, you're enjoying it, you were connecting, you know, and I feel this connection. I just want you to be represented. I want your voice to be heard. I want your desires to be known. If you like this channel, if you want more of these kinds of messages, then please, you know, please subscribe and please put a thumbs up. And if you put a thumbs down, then whatever. It could be for any reason, and you could definitely tell me, like, if you have a problem with commercials. I understand, but commercials is the way that I keep this channel going, besides all the other ways that you can see in the description box. So you can check out my description box and all the links, especially the bottom. You can find my email address where I can do a private reading for you that looks a lot like this if you want. It's all up to you. I have all kinds of private readings and at different lengths and prices. And you can also come see me when I do my lives on Tuesdays and Fridays on YouTube and Wednesday nights on TikTok. All right, you guys. Well, I'll see you guys later. I'm going to shout out my members who are awesome. They're the ones actually. They buy their little slots and help me keep this channel going. I couldn't do it without them. So thank you so much, my beautiful members. You are a joy in my life, and you help keep this going for everyone to enjoy, not just for yourself. So thank you. All right, everybody. Well, I'm going to move on to the next. I hope you like that. All right, here we have pile 3 with Cinderella, my first princess. She's the one that I feel like I relate to the most in a way. I like Belle too, but definitely Cinderella. She's the girl. So first we're going to do a little timing. So with the angel answers, and Radley Valentine has suggested kind of doing it like in suits and scents, you know, in certain piles. So first we're just going to ask yes or no. Think of a question in the affirmative. Don't use, in your mind, don't use words like don't or not. And think of just a pure question with a yes or no answer. We'll get that started. Okay, something unlikely. I feel like in all three piles, somebody asked something kind of negative. So let's see. Let's try to get what the timing is here. So something you're thinking about that may not be likely for now, but maybe at a different time. So let's see what else we can get within the next few months, okay? So things might be changing. Nothing real exciting happening maybe for the rest of April, but maybe May and onwards. Let's see what it is we're talking about here, okay? So what is coming up in the next few months? So look for signs, trust. We have faith, trust, and pixie dust. Ask your angels. You'll know what's... So it's a little bit of your own faith and trust in the process here. I feel like, you know, maybe some meditation. Yeah, this guy is definitely meditating too. And look at the protection you have around you. Amazing, amazing protection. And look at the fairies and the angels and all your guides. All this great abundance of love and protection around you. Maybe you have a fairy godmother, you know, like Cinderella, saying, you know, if you're in a moment of feeling hopeless, you know that things can get better. Otherwise, your angels wouldn't be here. Your guardian angel, your fairy godmother wouldn't be here. Interesting. So major, big, a very large sign. It's not going to be just simply angel numbers and things like that. This is going to be something major coming in within a few months, okay? Something that's going to be very noticeable and change things around. Nothing too much happening right now, but in a few months, you'll see some major progress coming through. All right, so let's see what is this major change for you. Let's look at the romantic fairy. Let's see, what does the romantic fairy have to say? Ooh, a rendezvous. Okay, maybe you were asking if you were going to, you know, be in union or connect in a physical sense. But a private getaway for two is calling you. So that could be happening. And it could be happening sooner rather than later, because we are doing a weekly reading. But and then that could lead something to in a few months. But you also have holidays, so you could be going off together. Maybe this summer you're gonna spend some time together at the beach or something. Enjoy a change of scenery to spice up your love life. All right, that looks really good to me. So let's see now about your fairy forecast. So maybe in a few months, you'll see some signs of
progress, I think. All right, what do the fairies have to say about your future? The forecast, the weather reports, the atmosphere. You've got Ostara and Storm. So we just had Ostara. That was around Easter. Actually, it was March, which Ostara was the spring equinox. So I think it's trying to say that spring, the season of spring, really changed things around. And then maybe a storm came. But this storm is on the outside. You know, it's not really internal. It's an outside storm that's affecting you. And you can ride this storm together. You'll be able to weather this storm because your relationship is strong enough. So basically, that's what this is saying. All right, so let's see what the tarot has to say. Maybe tarot can explain this a little bit better. And Cinderella is not Cinderella if she can't weather these storms and make her dreams come true. All right, we've got the Hierophant. So that's like a Taurus, a religious type person, somebody who has ethics and codes and rituals they abide by. You have the Hanged Man, so kind of a suspended period. This is Pisces, and the Queen of Cups. Hanged Man also has to do with surrender the how, trust and surrender the how. That's what trust is in my Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust. Trust is about surrendering the how, which means we don't know how it's going to go or how we're going to get to point B or whatever. That part is up to the universe. The only thing that you can, the part that you need to do is let go and trust that the universe has the right plan for you. So interesting that we have the Queen of Cups and the Prince of Cups. There is, for some of you, you could be a mother, or you could be concerned about your child, but I feel like this represents, because this is love relationships, you know, this represents this inner child of this person that you're dealing with, and you both are very sensitive, but whereas you might be a little bit more emotionally mature, your person might still be working on these things, you know, they're just maybe very sensitive. But anyway, the Queen of Cups is all about psychic gifts, compassion, emotional connection, being loving and giving and empathetic, strong instincts, balanced in her moods, ability to scry, like see, like stare into crystal balls and just like see things, you know, just know when, that clairvoyance, you know, clear cognizance, all the clairs. She has a great imagination. She's artistic, lover of beauty and the fine arts and good humor, good wife, you know, generous, loving wife. And female signs, female, maybe, possibly were the feminine, and Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces as water signs. Then the Prince has also more traits, so this could all be you, but it could also represent you both sharing a lot of these similar emotional qualities, especially if with the Pisces here too. So the Prince is quiet, shy, dreamer, kind and sympathetic, loving, empathetic, artistic as well, sensitive, compassionate, Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. And then the Hanged Man, being our symbol of Pisces, is also about, you know, it's the Pisces swims in two directions. They swim up and they swim down. This is kind of supposed to represent that, although it just represents the two fish, you know, there's the masculine and there's the feminine, and this kind of circular motion. There's one that swims up and one that swims down. And so I'm feeling that it's important to to know your place, like where you are in this up and down, where you are in this, in the current. You know, are you swimming against the current? Are you going with the current? Or are you swimming, are you jumping like a, leaping like a fish? Or are you going down in the bottom, you know, deep? And so the other thing about the Hanged Man has to do with perspective, you know, looking outside the box, getting multiple points of view as well, illumination and altered states. It could be about, you know, look, sometimes it could be about drugs, or just, or, you know, your mind going, being altered somehow, mind altering things. And it doesn't always have to be drugs that do it, you know. Some very strong meditation can get you there too, you know. So there's some kind of enlightenment and transcendence. I just felt that kind of with this bold electricity here, some kind of enlightenment going on here. And the Hierophant will keep you grounded, you know. The Hierophant's about stability, and this particular Hierophant represents, it's the mystery of faith. It's the Eucharist. You know, this is like the symbol of Jesus in the little wafer or whatever. But the Hierophant has to do with traditions and connections to ceremonies and rituals. Again, wisdom, though, this is your being wise, so making a wise choice here, and not just a logical choice, but an intuitive choice. So the great thing about the Hierophant and also the Hanged Man, it's interesting because depending on the artist, the Hierophant, well, I automatically assume that the Hierophant is about the mental, the intuition, right? This to me represents the masculine's higher intuition, okay? But the Hanged Man, often when you see the Hanged Man drawn, you see man hanging upside down and lights coming from out of his head. And so I feel like that is also the head here. This is this is like a download, so some kind of amazing intuition download. And then this heart chakra too, this, so it could be two people, like somebody who's very traditional but has a very strong psychic intuition and mentally, and then another person who's a very gentle, warm intuition as well, but in a water sense. Because really intuition, I don't know, I think it was somebody was, oh, I know who it was. One of the readers, she was talking about how to her intuition is not necessarily represented by the water signs. It can be, it's, to her it's represented by the air signs, the mental activity. And that makes sense to me too, you know. Both of them, I think, I agree, they both can represent the intuition. All right, let's get into some messages. What did they want to say to you? So this one, the beige, I see this as masculine, but it could be either. Let's see. We've got, ooh, I want to kiss you. I'm in love with you and I don't know how to tell you. What else? You know, I'm gonna pause. See, I got this in my Goddessprovisions, and I need to. My lips are so chapped. Okay, here we go. Moonstone, and it's supposed to be sparkly. All right, that feels better. Here we go. What else did I want to say? Although I think I want to kiss you made me self-conscious. It's like, you don't want to kiss these lips. Hold on. Let me soften them up. All right. Ooh, thank you for being so patient. Thank you for putting your lip gloss on. Let's get one more. Just one more, please. All right. One more. There you go. There's a song that reminds me of you. I listen to it and I think about you. My heart is telling me just do it, but my mind is conflicted. The conflicted one tried to flip over, but it was in a big pile, so it still came out. So there is a bit of it's this mental thing, you know, it's like intuition, but also logic, and it can get a person who is an overthinker. There are people who are, you know, oversensitive. I consider myself in the oversensitive category, empath, and then there's the overthinkers who can't get out of their heads, you know. Let's see what the feminine has to say, or the alternate view, the pink ones. Let's see. All right, so we have, I need you more than you will ever know right now. You are the first person that comes to mind. Very nice. All right, let's see. How is your person feeling? How's your person feeling? Let's see. They have their responsibilities. It's a duty and a pleasure. It's not like responsibilities they don't want to do. Like, if they didn't want to do them, they would be running away and joining the circus or being with you, whatever. They're a little bit stuck, feeling trapped and a little stuck. It could just be cabin fever. I need to be where you are. Let's see what else. And left out, they feel the distance, and they don't like this distance. It's chilly, it's cold. They want to be where you are. But the thoughts of you make them feel joyful, and when they're with you, they feel lighthearted. That's what they want. They want to be with you and feel those lighthearted feelings. All right, let's see what the Enchanted Embrace has to say. How they feel about you. Let's see. How do they feel? There's a place. Will you meet me there? I want to feel your touch. So definitely want to get together with you. Ooh, let me be your emperor. Definitely felt a very strong masculine thing here with the Hierophant. And, you know, but there's this vulnerable boy too inside. All right. Let's see about their characteristics. What's the cherry on top? So much some weird bumpy noises going on. Like, what's that? What's that? What's that noise? It's mostly, I think the weather's changing. It's kind of crazy humid outside, and I think a cold front might be coming in, making weird windy bumpy noises out. Let's see what the cherry on top has to say. Let's get some characteristics of this person. They are earth strong, water loving, earth hard worker. Anything else? Strong, loving. All three piles had the hard worker. Ooh, and fire passionate. Nice. Very nice. So this is a very well-rounded person. They've got their earth and the water and plenty of air. The air just really came out in the tarot. And they have their mental issues where they might get stuck in their head a little bit. They want to meet you somewhere, though. Definitely want to feel your touch and meet you somewhere. They have passion, so that's nice. They feel a little bit distant from you. Maybe it's a long distance relationship. Maybe they just can't get free from where they are because of responsibilities. But whenever they're with you, there's this joy. There's like, they just can't express that joyful feeling because, well, you're the first person that comes to mind. Masculine or feminine or both, you know, they need you more than you will ever know. But see, that's where I got the mental conflict right here. But there's patience. There's deep, deep wells of love, passion, music. There's a couple here that really can relate in an emotional level to each other, you know, like they know each other's feelings. They feel each other. And yeah, they're like this together, you know, they feel so connected. They feel each other's feelings. But this kind of makes me think, you know, it's a little bit more like this, the Have My Responsibilities card. You know, it's like they chose this and they are enjoying it, and this might keep them a little conflicted about knowing what to do about their feelings for you, you know? But I feel like you'll weather this storm. You know, things might have been a little bit started to change after the spring equinox, and you'll probably see more changes. They do want to meet you, and they do want to like hook up with you like that. And you might have a getaway where you get to be with them. But in the meantime, and that might be happening within the next few months. In the meantime, I feel like you just need to do a lot of meditating and trusting in yourself and your intuition, and always ask for angel guidance, and you know, have plenty of still trusting moments, and look outside the box too. That's the other message from the Hanged Man. Don't always run with the first thing you see. You know, sometimes things are not likely, and sometimes they are. Just don't go with that first thought always. Keep your eyes open for the signs, because that's where you're going to really get the messages. I love this one so much, with the rainbow and the chakras aligned and the electricity and the power behind it. It's just very sweet symbols here. Okay, so let's see what your charms have to say. Okay. So sweet right off the bat. I'm eyeballing the 6, but maybe it's a 4. I don't know. 6 is the number of love, right, Bo? And then there's that little robot guy. He's kind of like the Tin Man in Wizard of Oz. Like, Tin Man thought he needed the heart, but out of all of them, he was the most sentimental of all. Like, it's just what you just can't see sometimes. So don't assume things about a person, even if they look kind of cold on the outside, or maybe they're an overthinker, but really, they actually could be that little boy inside, you know? They could be sweet and full of love. And there's a person here, could be wanting to get married to you, or taking off the ring or putting on a ring. So giving you some commitment or leaving someone else behind. So that's, whenever I see the male ring, those two choices are there. All right, and so let's see, we've got hope, love, sweet, week within this week, cool, star, good. And this marble This nice little marble is designated, represents Jupiter because of like the fiery orange color. So good luck, and Jupiter. I feel like the TIE fighter might represent negative forces or something fighting against you. That could be the storm that you have to weather, but you'll weather the storm because you guys have like this amazing good luck between each other. Oh my gosh, look, yeah, you got you're very strong, fierce. You know, this could represent somebody's Chinese zodiac, the dragon here, and the stork. You know, this is success, new beginnings, moving and movement, and sometimes birth of babies. Sometimes it's a birth of a project. Sometimes it could represent your something that you are trying to bring into the world. It could also be your fertility or something else along those lines. A gift too could be represent some kind of gift here. So, and then here's a new one, I think. Yeah, my sister gave this to me on Autism Awareness Day. So my my niece is autistic, but she's very high functioning autistic, mostly in part because her mom found out right away and did a lot of research and helped her with different foods and things that would help her temperament and help her deal with her feelings and stuff. So interesting. So that could be a situation here too. Like there could be whether it's could be a child in the situation that's creating some kind of pause between you guys, or somebody's putting focus on their responsibilities here. This somebody that has these needs, but it doesn't have to be a child. It could be an adult that has certain needs too that they're discovering about themselves and realizing they need extra help in this situation for themselves. Before they can be full and complete for you, they have to work on these issues with themselves. So that's a possibility here. But I feel like you're I mean, it's gonna happen. You got leisure here, and that makes me think of the the getting away card together, the rendezvous and the going to the beach together, So yeah, and the seashells, and you've got peace and love and dreams. Yeah, you're the Cinderella pie, so of course you can have dreams. And the thimble of being safe and protected, and a lot of music, and the elephant of memories and reflection, and the apple of eating healthy. And I think I see here a little bit, see here, it's like exactly what happens to me. It's like audience and voyance kind of crash at the same time. But see here, the Garden of Eden kind of thing. So like they could represent sometimes temptation, sometimes new beginnings, sometimes of foods that will help, like in this case, an autistic person or a person that has some difficulties that actually a diet can help change or alleviate some things. So there's all kinds of possibilities here, but just know that within this week, something very sweet and good and cool is happening. A dream come true, and possibly maybe a little vacation or relaxation. Anyway, and if not now, then maybe within, I don't know, what did we get for timing? Ooh, the timing here is kind of quiet, isn't it? Let's see. So we got the signs coming in. Trust. Yeah, within the next few months. I thought I saw that. So within the next few months, if not now or within this week, I feel like you're going to learn something this week, and then within the next few months, you might actually get your little seaside rendezvous or something like that. Interesting, though. I see an interesting balance here. And yes, don't worry too much about the negative forces coming in. And also that could be your own doing, you know, let go of lack mentality and stuff like that. All right, well, I hope you like that. I'll put these guys on top. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Feel free to comment below. Like, let me know how it resonated. You know, how does it apply to your situation? Feel free to subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell for notifications. Big hugs to my subscribers and howdy do to my visitors, and big kiss to my members. Those of you who keep wondering, well, who are these members and why do you mention them? Well, they are these beautiful people who decide to subscribe every month and give me a little donation, and they get these beautiful perks and tiers to go with their donations. So also in my lives, they get cute little badges and emojis to play with. So my members start with the Platinum Pixies, Kelsey Peltier, Lupe C, Cheryl Borelli, and Claudia Lane. Then my Golden Fairies, Ritz Naha, Spirit Fairy, and Twin Flames, V Monaco, Curly Girl, Luisa Silva, Gabriella G, Your Uplifting Mind. My Fool of Faithers, Claudia Coxis, Leo Sunchild, Sonna King, Anastasia Motina, and Miwa. And my Sparkles of Light. Now, anybody who watches this channel is a Sparkle of Light, but if you want to have the official title, it's just $1.99 a month, and you get your official Sparkle of Light badge of honor and become part of the group. There's Liz Crowley, Chrissy, Ramos Mahoney family, Brandy Ward, Sleepy Cat, Evane, Hippie Love, Jessica, Mona, Surian, Patricia, Mystic Mountain Dance, Jaden, Maya, and Brian, and the 1111 patrons from the Patreon page, which is another way you can donate if you're interested in, and I have lots of tiers over there as well. And also if you really want to get like a one-on-one Zoom meeting or some kind of FaceTime meeting, then there's tiers for that over there as well. So but I have 3 1111 patrons, Melanie, Trini, and Laura from the Patreon page, and I'll post lots of artwork over there. Sometimes you'll see my artwork on Instagram. Mostly right now what I'm posting on Instagram is reposting my TikTok videos. So come hang out with me on TikTok as well. I go live on TikTok on Wednesday nights and do free readings at 8 o'clock. But tonight I'm going live here on YouTube, and Friday nights I go live and I do super chat readings. And so come early at 8 o'clock and get on the list and make your super chat donation, and then we can have really nice low cost readings, you know. But if you want the full out in-depth readings, the in-depth kind of private readings, check out my description box. At the bottom is my email address where you can email me and I'll send you a how to get a private reading. All right, guys. So up next soon, I'm hoping to incorporate a new astrology kind of monthly reading, maybe for Twin Flame, some kind of thing like that. I really want to make more YouTube time. It's just like other parts of this, you know, my day get pointed in different directions. But I would really like to try some different things out. And if you guys have any suggestions, just let me know in the comment box and I'll address them. It's kind of fun on TikTok to do like really quickie videos of all these different ideas I have. But sometimes I do really need a lot more time. Anyway, this weekly reading usually is a long one, and you're welcome to watch all 3 piles. I'm happy to have you and be with you for all 3 piles if you ever choose to do that. All right, you guys. Well, thanks for joining me. I should see you later. And faith, trust, and pixie dust.